When I was 15 years old, I lived with my mother, who was an alcoholic. It wasn't a peaceful home. The rage, the chaos, were always just beneath the surface. One day, my mother was drunk and raged at me, as she often did. But this time, it felt different. This time, she looked at me, opened the front door, and said something that has stayed with me all of these years. Get out. I knew she wasn't saying, get out and come back later. She was saying, get out and don't come back. I remember standing there feeling completely alone and unsure. I said to her, where will I go? She looked at me and said, I don't know, but you better figure it out. And I knew in that moment I had no choice but to leave. There was no other option. So I walked out the front door and down the street. I remember the feeling of that moment so vividly. The weight of being alone, the fear I felt, and the uncertainty of what was ahead. The world felt heavy. I didn't have a plan. I kept thinking, where do I go from here? What am I going to do? How am I going to survive? But I instinctively knew I'd figure it out. I trusted myself, and I did. I didn't know it then, but that moment became a turning point in my life. It wasn't just about walking out that door. It was about walking into the strength and resilience I didn't even know I had. My own ability to survive, to endure, to rise above what life handed me. We often don't realize how strong we are until we're tested. We tend to get stuck in our own pain, in our own struggle, thinking that our situation will control the outcome. I don't believe that. It's not the adversity or struggle that's handed to you. It's how you respond to it. I believe we all have more strength and resilience than we give ourselves credit for. People often surrender to their pain and let it consume them. But every challenge is a test of resilience. Life will bend us so we don't break, like a tree branch that bends in the wind instead of snapping. What we do with adversity is a choice. To anyone out there feeling like they're stuck or facing something impossible, I say this to you with certainty. You're stronger than you realize and feel you are. Don't let the struggle control you or the outcome. Use it to shape the life you want. I knew I'd figure it out. I always have. I always will. And so can you. You're not alone. Take what helps you and leave the rest.